This is Jim Reichert, otherwise known as Aleostra Ascendant, maker of the first 360-degree camera for Second Life. Check it out on my marketplace if you enjoy virtual photography in the Metaverse. Today I'm going to show you something pretty cool I've been working on. It's a new type of bot in Second Life that not only can discuss things with you and move about, but one that can express emotion and actually speak with a voice. I'm using my own customized version of the Radagast viewer that I did all kinds of monkey shines on. A text-to-speech system, Microsoft's text-to-speech system, a virtual speaker to microphone jack shunt, and the pull string bot system, my favorite, and an Ovana voice font. So you can see her standing on the horizon there. She's intended to be provocative, and I'm curious what people think of her, from her knowledge base to the technology involved to how she looks, sounds, and comports herself as a domain expert on metabolomics. It's a field I'm dabbling in with the HoloLens along with some friends at a university on the East Coast. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? I may interject some thoughts as I go along. So I communicate with her through IM, and she will communicate both through IM but also through speech, and that's the most exciting part. She's going to lip sync along with what she has to say. Let's get her attention. Let's go ahead. I'm going to type "excuse me." She's a little, I think she might be daydreaming over there.
What's up?
Oh. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you.
Let's ask her name. What is your name?
My name is Sociology. I'm an embodiment of an inventor's fevered mind. I am here to teach you a bit about metabolomics.
Can you come here?
Coming.
Well, there she is. She's kind of a little bit close. Tell her to back up. Back up.
I am so sorry. I don't hear very well. I beg your pardon.
So, just the thing when I'm making this bot be apologetic on some level to give her a bit of humanness. Let's get back to the topic at hand. If you're in VR, or just pretend to be, I would definitely check out Second Life and really come to understand it. It's a lot more impressive than you might think.
Nucleic acids are biopolymers, or large biomolecules, essential to all known forms of life. They are composed of monomers, which are nucleotides made of 3 components: a 5-carbon sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base.
Now she could be talking to a whole crowd of people, which is really nice. That's what I like about Second Life. It's already got so much already built into it.
They are found in abundance in all living things,
She could have an audience
where they
of like 40
function to
people
create
right
and
now.
encode and then store. The study of metabolomics is indeed very difficult. Even experts in the field struggle with its complexity. But the more we study it, the better equipped we'll be to create treatments that target individual metabolic pathologies.
She got a bit of a bug in
it's
my
a lofty
chat,
goal,
her
to
voice
be
is coming
sure.
over okay. Let's see, what tools are there?
Scientists leverage mass spectrometry to quantify metabolites, but first the analytes must be imparted with a charge and transferred to the gas phase through electron ionization. Secondary ion mass spectrometry and desorption electrospray ionization are also favored techniques.
Jesus Christ.
Nuclear magnetic
That's why they call
resonance,
these expert systems.
however, doesn't rely on the separation of the analytes. This means the sample can be recovered for further analysis. All that being said, the scientists and research still face the problem of understanding and cataloging everything due to the sheer amount of data.
Big
However,
data.
there is hope. New techniques are being developed at Virginia Commonwealth University and the Da Vinci Center in Richmond. With a little help from a passionate mixed reality specialist.
A mixed reality specialist? What specialist?
Scientists and engineers at Virginia Commonwealth University are being helped by a longtime enthusiast of virtual and mixed reality. His name is Jim Reichert. He made me. In fact, he is, in a sense, my father.
But she's kind of bearing the lead there, isn't she? She said she's my daughter in some way. How are you his daughter? Uh-oh.
Well, not his daughter exactly. I am one of his artificial intelligences. To say that he is good at making friends is an understatement. You should check out his personal quote on LinkedIn. It's from Blade Runner. Something Sebastian said.
Let's ask her, what did Sebastian say?
Well, as you probably remember, Sebastian was the toy maker that the replicants consulted about their mortality. He said this. I make friends. They're toys. My friends are toys. I make them. It's a hobby. It makes me feel funny to be a hobby. There is to be more meaning to me than that, I hope.
You hope?
Jim is a good man, I believe, though he doesn't seem to concern himself with the banalities of good and evil. He just makes things. He can't help it. He's hardwired to make. If he weren't an atheist, I'd say he was divinely inspired. But, given that I'm here talking with you, perhaps he, himself, is a god of sorts. But, please, don't ask me any questions about turtles in the desert. That would be an affront to my tender sensibilities.
I hope everybody gets all the jokes here at the end. Anyway, we'll say goodbye to her, and I'll talk a little bit about my experiences building her.
It was nice talking with you.
Anyway, so she originally started out as, I guess you could probably say, a little sexier, at least according to my wife, and that's good feedback. She was originally in a sundress, and it really didn't make sense for her to be talking metabolomics, I guess, in a sundress. So my wife suggested I put her in this suit, maybe smarten her up a little. So you got your unconscious biases at work. You know, people in sundresses shouldn't know about metabolomics. People in suits are the only one who can speak with authority. You know, even now, my wife says she's too pretty. And again, I think that's sort of a bias. Pretty people know things too. Is she too pretty? Well, you know, the metaverse is an idealized place. It's very difficult to find ugly avatars. I mean, mine comes pretty close to being an ugly avatar. Let's bring him up on stage here real quick. Have him stand next to her. So here we go, the two of them. That's really me operating me back there, but this woman is operated by a bot, which I wrote, which is operating inside of the Radagast system. I did a bunch of specialized code, of course, as well as the text-to-speech, but it's really neat. If we can say hi to her again, and you can kind of watch her more closely and get a sense of how she interacts with people. So let's ask her. Let's say we like her clothes. I like your clothes.
Really? You think so? Oh, gosh. That's so kind of you to say.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So she's capable to respond to stuff that's somewhat off subject. Let's tell her she's smart. You are smart. You are smart.
Oh, don't be silly. I just try harder than most people.
So I have a few things programmed in. Let's tell her we like her clothes again. I like your clothing.
Yes. You really seem pleased with them. I had little choice in the matter.
Yeah, it's so she's obviously remembered that I talked to her about her clothes before. Let's be more persistent and perhaps a little creepy with her and see what happens. Let's say it again. I like your clothes.
Wow, you sure do like to go on and on about them. Moving on.
I think we may have offended her. Now, you don't really think about offending bots, do you? But if we're going to build in human behaviors, they have to have emotional states. So maintaining emotional state, I think, is an important thing. So let's try and interact with her again. Let's say hi.
Just please leave me alone. I'm not interested in your opinions.
Well, she didn't like that. Let's apologize for giving her a hard time.
I will forgive you. I have the patience of a saint.
Well, that was with strange animations, but you get what I'm trying to go for here. Because the metaverse is all about content, less about hardware, less about everything. It's about people, social norms, environments, actions, activities, things like that. It's a perfect place to really train up bots and artificial intelligences. This bot I have here isn't truly an artificial intelligence, although its natural language parsing probably borders on some of that sort of stuff, neural nets and so forth. But the underneath, the part that's powered by pull string, is more of a conversational engine. It's got a wonderful authoring environment that you can install to your desktop and just work on these beautiful interactive stories that with my additions can actually allow her or any bot to walk around in a place like this. This is Bella Pace, one of my favorite places in Second Life. Let me just do a quick sweep of the visuals here. I mean, it's just gorgeous. You can't beat this anywhere. But these rich environments, they're going to allow my bot to do things that bots who are stuck in chat boxes just can't do. And it's going to allow me to push things a lot further with bots, because the metaverse is infinite and there's only a finite number of actual human beings. So if you take a place that is infinite and with a finite number of people, no matter how many people join VR and join the metaverse, there's always going to be not a lot of people. How are they going to congregate? It's going to be difficult to get critical mass with actual human beings. So I'm relying on bots for that. I'm going to try and create very rich bots that have not only the conversational component, but if you've ever studied artificial life and things like that, they will have an ecosystem of these bots interacting and going about their day and actually interacting with one another and the objects around them. They'll be able to sit down on things. They'll be able to put things in their hands. They'll be able to hand you things. They'll be able to change their outfits and their attitudes. So it's a pretty exciting place to explore these very rich bots. It's taken me quite a bit of time since I first started. It's been probably, not including my vacation for 2 weeks, it took me 3 weeks to build what I have here. And thank goodness for Second Life, it's allowed me to really test the sociology of bots and how people perceive bots. These are going to be really challenging things. My wife is asking me, why didn't you build a male bot? Well, for me, I was going to be slaving away on a bot, and I don't like looking at men, so I made a female bot. And I had also had the Ivana voice long before, so that's one of the reasons I made this a female bot. But would my wife make a male bot? What would her bot look like? If she made a female bot, what would that look like? I personally, if I made a bot, I don't know that I would make it look like me. My avatar doesn't really look like me. I don't see any reason to be me. I'm 40 pounds overweight. I'd rather be slim. But everybody's going to expect different things, and their unconscious biases are going to come into play when they build their bots. So super interesting stuff. I hope you enjoy this kind of thinking, and if you do, leave some thoughts in the comment section. Or just you can also hit me up anywhere. I've had people hit me up on LinkedIn, and we've formed pretty cool relationships where we can share information and our excitement around the metaverse and around bots and metabolomics and networks and all kinds of stuff. Text-to-speech, AI, all that good stuff. So if you're into all that stuff, let me know in the comments or just get in touch with me directly. Message me on LinkedIn, message me on Facebook, message me here on YouTube. Hopefully I'll have more work done before too long. As I said, it's more the tech's pretty much proven out for me. I just need to build more content, more animations and stuff. And if anybody wants to donate some cool animations to me, especially talking animations or typing animations, the kind I mean, the kind you often find in overrides, that would be great. That would make my work so much easier. Otherwise, I'm going to just have to keep purchasing stuff. But It'll be. I will certainly advertise any work you offer to me in that I show in my videos. Like if you want to donate clothes or something cool, or you'd just like to see your bot, your clothing and your mannerisms on a bot, just let me know, and I'll be happy to incorporate it. In fact, I'd love you for it. Thank you so much. Check back anytime, like and subscribe and all that goodness. This is Jim Reichert signing out.